Hello, hello, Tammy Cinematic Skeins. I'm back. I think it's only been 2 weeks, so it's not that bad. It feels like it's been like a year. Just personal drama, you guys. And I'm actually going to talk about it because I don't have anybody to talk about stuff with, so I'm just going to spew it out here, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. You may or may not hear the dogs. I just got back from the grocery store, so they're just kind of like, hey, play with me. And I'm hot because it's like 107. When is summer going to be over? When? And then I was watching the news last night, you guys, and it was like 8 tornadoes or something going on, and I'm not trying to smile about it, but do you guys remember the movie The Day After Tomorrow? Like every single kind of random weather event that's in my head. And one of the reasons, and this is really stupid, I know, but one of the reasons I decided to take this job in Texas and move south was because of The Day After Tomorrow. Because I'm like, climate change is going to get real bad. And if I need to escape into Mexico, it'll be good if I take a job in Texas. I's here. But it's also 107 outside. So, you know, I may have to rethink my strategy. Now I'm like, you know, the Pacific Northwest is calling my name. It's been calling my name for a while, but, you know, it's expensive. But anyway, I'm here. I'm going to save the real talk for the end because I don't want to start off on a downer. But I'm going to talk. If you're following my Instagram, you know, my grandpa died last year. But I didn't find out until this past week, so it's all fresh and new to me. But I'll go into that later because, like I said, I don't want to start off on a downer. So here we go. Let's go. I didn't announce myself, I don't think. Tammy Cinematic Skeins. I think I said that part. I ramble, go off on tangents. I have 2 dogs that interrupt me all the time. I knit, crochet, dye, all the things. I forgot to go to the restaurant supply store. Sorry, I just got back from Dallas running errands, and I meant to go to the restaurant supply store so I could get a deeper dye pan for the large skeins I have that I want to dye. Oh well. Anyway, it's fine. It's not like it's too damn hot to dye right now. But anyway, okay, hi. Said all the things. I'm sure I left something out, but it's fine. Hi, Theodore. Hello. I'm talking. Theodore. He's gonna sit on me. I knew it. You're gonna knock the camera over. I can't only back up but so much. There's a giant shelf behind me, sir. Okay, lots to show you guys. I haven't been shopping that much. Like, I ordered some of this stuff and it just all came in. I've been holding on to it. Bye. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, 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 no. Oh no, no, you're gonna knock the camera over. I love you guys. Bye. Okay, sorry. How long was that? That took forever. I'm sorry. Dogs, man. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, I was gonna do a do-over, but then Theo came back. We'll see what happens. Okay. Can I do things? Because now Benny's going to come in here because he's jealous. FOs. Y'all want to look at finished objects? You see the nubbins? Sometimes if I say nubbins, he wags it, but you can't see it now. It's fine. Anyway, I finished some socks. These are my socks. Sorry, Theo's in the way. I dyed this yarn because I was bored. But it fits my rainbow make along if you guys are participating in that. I know I mentioned it, but no details or anything because it slipped my mind. If you want to participate in my rainbow make along, you just make something with a rainbow on it. It doesn't have to be knit or crochet or cross stitched or any fiber related. It doesn't even have to be fiber related. Just make something rainbow themed. And I did say I would accept like unfinished objects. It's fine as long as you started it after August 1st. You can enter to win. To enter, tag me on your Instagram post. If you do not have Instagram, just email cinematicskeins@gmail.com a photo of what you worked on and I will enter you that way if you don't mind emailing me, because I don't think you can just post a thing on YouTube or whatever. If it's easier, I can also start a Ravelry thread if you're on Ravelry. I do have a Cinematic Skeins group out there. It's not super active, but yeah, if you want to post pictures there, you can do that. But these are the socks that I made with the yarn that I dyed. It was just a 50-gram skein ball, which is usually enough for me to make my socks, but I made the leg a little bit longer than I normally do, so I had to use a mini skein on the toes. But yeah, fine, works, rainbow themed. I did use a lot of red in this though, so it's very red heavy. But I think they turned out lovely. If I dye this again, I'll use less red. So that's my socks. My other finished object I made with my hand spun. If you've been on Instagram, you've seen my finished objects already. But I made this one with my hand spun, as well as, I can't reach it, the black sparkly rainbow yarn I got from Feederbrook Farms. I think I picked up some I picked it up at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I picked up more when I went to Rhinebeck. So I used one skein of my black sparkly rainbow yarn as the contrast, and my, was it pink rainbow from the ginkgo leaf on Etsy. Fiber is what this hand spun is. But look at, isn't it cute? It's super cute. It's yarn. This is the Darn Yarn Cowl by Jen. Where's my iPad? It's Children of the Rice, but I know her name. I think her designs are under. Where did I put my iPad? I swear every time I come on here, I'm looking for something. Where did I put? You're gonna knock the camera over. I thought I brought it in here. I did bring it in here. Where did I put it? You're in the way, sir. Ugh. See, I can't find anything because you're right there. Are you laying on my iPad? Dogs. You can't come over here too. Anyway, moving on. I don't know where my iPad is. It's Children of the Rice on Instagram. I will put her name down here when I do the editing. I made two. This is the other one. And this is, the gray is West 7th Wool Nevermore, and the taupey gray is a colorway from U2 Yarn. Their colorways have like alphanumeric names, but it was a leftover skein I had of that colorway that I used in my Copperhead tee. And when you put them together, and I posted this on Instagram, it's like color TV versus black and white. Cool. I love these. They're awesome. They will join the cowls that I never wear, but that are pretty. Jen is the one that designed, do you guys remember the bat cowl I made? She designed that one. So yeah, it was fun. It was a test knit. I can't remember when the pattern is releasing, but this was my test knit. I'm thinking it's going to be sometime in September. But yeah, so my finished objects. That's it. My whips, I have another pair of socks. I'm using a blue yarn that I dyed, and then this colorway as the heels and toes. Or am I using it for heels and toes? No, I'm using it for the cuff. So I'm using this colorway for the cuff and maybe the toe. I don't know. And just a solid blue for the body of the sock. And then I have another pair of socks that I started, which was that yarn from Three Irish Girls, the We Are Who We Are yarn with the black and white and the rainbow that I started. I set them aside while I was working on the cowls. So yeah, that's it. That's my works in progress. I am super stoked about my hand spun though. It made me want to, like, I know it's just a cowl, but it made me want to spin enough for a sweater. and make a sweater out of my own hand spun. And because I knit 2 stranded color work pretty quickly, I kind of want to do an all over color work sweater because I feel like I would finish it, because I would be constantly trying to get through the color work to create the pictures. Something about color work makes me knit faster because I like watching the pictures form. I've said that before, but it's how I feel. So yeah, those are the FOs. And then if you look behind me, I have reorganized the yarn wall. I pulled out all of my sweater quantities and put them away because I'm going to hold off on making any more garments for the time being, unless it's like a cardigan or something, because I don't mind those being oversized. Well, yeah. I will finish my whips that I've already started, like the, what's it called? The multicolored, I forgot what it's called. The multicolored sweater that I'm doing. I will finish that. I will finish the woodland sweater, which all I have left are sleeves. And I will finish the winter cardie. I don't remember the real name. Deep winter. I think it's deep winter cardie that I started last winter. I will finish those. I will work on those. But I'm not going to cast on any new garments for the time being because my doctor is putting me on, I'm going to get into real talk later, but my doctor's putting me on like a weight thing. And so I'm probably going to lose some weight, hopefully. But she wants me to lose at least 50 pounds on the medication, and then she'll take me off of it and I can lose, hopefully, the rest by myself. Yeah, I'll get into real talk later, but I'm trying to drop weight. I've stopped eating meat again. The easiest way for me to do it is to do it gradually. So I've given up red meat, chicken, and I'm still eating fish right now. I don't know if I'm going to continue that, just be pescatarian, or if I'm going to go full vegetarian again. Got to do it gradually for my brain to let me do it. So, and it's just a personal choice, But I think like last time I went vegetarian, I lost a crap ton of weight in addition to that. So, that was also a personal, it wasn't like a health choice. It was like, animal videos stick in my head. It's why I don't eat pork. And like the cruelty videos, it plays in my head anytime I think about bacon. I'm like, oh no, the pigs, and I can't do it. So whenever I watch stuff like that, it's triggering for me and I can't eat meat. So yeah, giving up meats, which is a chore for me. I'm learning how to do tofu. I have a thing with textures. Like I can't eat scrambled eggs because it's something about the texture. Like if I eat them, like I've eaten them before because a friend of mine made them not realizing, and I felt bad that they made me breakfast. So I like stuffed them down really fast. But certain foods trigger a gag reflex for me. Can't do it. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, I'm not making garments because like I'm gonna lose some weight and I don't want to make things that are gonna be super oversized and I have to make them again. And plus, when I'm smaller, I won't have to use as much yarn. So yeah, my sweater quantities are packed away. This is all the yarn I have left. Up there are skeins that you guys can't see the top shelf, but up there are skeins that I have 2 or more of. And skeins that I have projects already in mind for. And then while I was doing that, this happened. This is my destash bin. Do you guys remember when I bought all of those dewberry yarn and said I was going to make a sweater? It's in here. There's that in here. There's Malabrigo, there's Lambstrings, there's Woolers and Nosh, Arkansas Yarn Co. There's Feederbrook Farms. There's all sorts of stuff in here. Hot Bohem, or Hode Bohem, however you pronounce it. There's, believe it or not, there's Yarnaceous yarn in here. And you know, that's only because I have a crap ton of Yarnaceous yarn. and I just pulled the colorways I wasn't sure what I was going to do with. There is some yarn in here that I was given as a gift, and I feel bad that it's in here, but I have no projects in mind for it. So I purposely pulled out all the yarn that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. There are a lot of single skeins. There's a sweater quantity. And depending on your size, there's a couple sweater quantities. If you're smaller, there's sweater quantities. There's some tweed yarn in here somewhere. Some, what's it called? Hedgehog Fibers Tweedy that I bought and decided I didn't like it anymore. Whatever. So yeah, I have a giant bin of Destash, and I was gonna put it on the website, but because I want to get rid of my website, I don't want to do that. So what I'm thinking about doing is posting it all on Instagram, and if somebody's interested in it, or they can send me a message like, do you want to buy it or do you want to trade me something? Because even though I pulled yarn to have less yarn, I am all for trading. Like if somebody wants to trade me like, you know, a crap ton of gray for like, you know, 6 skeins of a color, I'm good with that. Like if somebody's like, hey, I like those 3 skeins of yarn, I have this thing of fiber I'm not going to use, I'm good with that too. Like with me, it doesn't have to be an even trade. If you have something that I'm like, ooh, I want that, you just let me know what you want. It's yours. I want that. You know, that's how I am. Speaking of which, I did a trade with Professor Pearl, and she had some spin cycle. I'm going to get into that too. It's part of my real talk section. I'm going to have a real talk thing at the end. So like people that don't want to listen to me ramble and chit chat about some things, I'm going to leave it for the end so y'all don't have to suffer. But anyway, spin cycle is one of those subjects. But she had some spin cycle that she wasn't feeling, and I had some Primrose Yarn Co. that I wasn't feeling. So we traded. And these are my vibe. There's blue. Yes. And then there's this purpley, it's like purples and teals. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, and she sent me the bag and a cowl pattern and some coffee. Oh, here's the labels. Tangled Up in Blue, I assume is this one. And then the purpley one is Ruination. So yay, fun. And I traded her some pinks and yellows from my Primrose collection. Did I put Primrose in here too? There might be Primrose in there. I don't know. Yeah, there is. There's Primrose in there too. There's a lot of yarn in there, y'all. Because see all the empty spots? There didn't used to be empty spots. There's a lot of yarn. Okay. I bought some books. I bought some fabric. I have mail. Bought some fiber, because of course I did. If you guys watched Lefty Knitter podcast, Aquila, she had this one episode where she made a shirt. I want to say it was like a 2-yard shirt or something like that. I don't remember. Because I was like, that's a great idea. And I bought fabric for it. But then I was like, you know, I don't want to make any clothing right now because I'm trying to lose some weight. So, but I bought fabric for it. So there's that fabric. And when I went to pick this up, if you've been on Instagram, you've already seen this, but oh my God, look. Dogs with rainbow bones. Have I done any sewing yet? No. Why? Because that room is still disorganized. The fabric's organized, but all my sewing stuff is thrown into like all the threads and notions are all in this giant plastic bin, and I need to like go through it and reorganize them and put them away. So I haven't sewn anything, but this is gonna be a bag. And if I have any left over, I'll make a bag that is like sellable or giveawayable. But oh my God, this is so cute. Rainbow bones. Okay, more dog fabric. Okay, and then I got these books. I was on a crochet kick for some reason. I haven't done regular crochet in a minute. Like the most recent regular crochet I did was for Chris did for We Share Needles, the daisy squares. That's the only like regular crochet I've done. I've been doing Tunisian crochet, but regular crochet. But I've been seeing all these blankets. I saw one, it looks like a mandala. I want to say it was on Biscuits Ravelry, but oh. And then if you guys remember, like a while back, I had talked about this blanket. I think it was like in my pick 9 last year, this blanket I wanted to do that looks like a quilt, but it's knit. I might revisit that pattern because anyway, that's not crochet, but blankets. Rambling. I bought blanket books. So this is a granny square book. Modern Guide to Granny Squares. And the reason I got it is because of these 2 squares. That one. I love that. And that one. Aren't they pretty? They're cute. They're cute. And it's very colorful. There's not a ton of squares in here, but they're all rainbowy and like multicolored for the most part. And oh, look at this one. Look, rainbow popcorn. Isn't that cute? Isn't it cute? I just thought it was cool. Anyway, bought that. Then I got Block by Block. Well, who's this by? Oh, it's the same chick. Okay, A Modern Guide to Granny Squares. Awesome color combinations and designs for fun and fabulous crochet blocks by Celine, Semaan, and Leonie Morgan. And this one is Block by Block Crochet by Leonie Morgan. This is quilt-inspired patchwork blocks to mix and match. Isn't that cool? And this one I got, let's see if I can find it. Is that it? All right, go back. Oh, I just saw it. Look at the triangles. Got that one. And then there was this blanket. I think it was Annie's, that subscription club thing that I feel like is overpriced. But they had an Afghan, was it crocheted? I think it was crocheted. It was a Moroccan style, like tile looking blanket, and I really wanted it, but I don't want to pay for the subscription. I have yarn. I don't need their yarn. I just need the pattern. But anyway, this is 100 crochet tiles, charts and patterns for crochet motifs inspired by decorative tiles by Sara Callard. And I figure I can use this for that. Are they pretty? And there's a couple blanket projects in here. See if I can find one of the super cool squares. Watch it be in the back. Oh wait, there it was. Look at that. Isn't it cute? Look, wait. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, so yeah. And then I follow Sixel Design on Instagram, and they released a book. It's Alexis Sixel from Sixel Designs. This is Dark and Dramatic Mosaic Crochet, a master guide to overlay color work, 15 modern goth and alternative patterns. You had me at goth and alternative. So I got that. Look at the skull pillow, isn't that sweet? But I mean, yeah, goth industrial stuffs. Look at that. I just got a paper cut. Anyway. Coolness. She also has, I started following her because she had like a crow raven pillow that I saw, and I started following her because of that. So this will be fun. And I'm wondering, is Mosaic, I haven't done Mosaic crochet yet. Could be fun. So got those. And I can't remember if I showed you guys this one or not. I know I posted it on Instagram, But I got this book called the Hooktionary. And I got it thinking it was like that knit book I have with a knit dictionary with all the little cute patterns in it. And it is, but this is tapestry crochet and not mosaic crochet, which is what this is. I thought this was mosaic crochet. This looks complicated to me, and I don't know if I'm at this level. So I'm thinking this might be a giveaway of some sort, because I don't think I can do this. I mean, I'm sure I could if I sat there and like taught myself, but do I want to? I don't know. I don't know. This looks complicated to me though. Books. Okay, fiber. I know I showed you guys a couple of these. I'm going to show them to you again just because this is the collection now. I don't plan on buying any more anytime soon for September. My goal, all right, so my goal for September is to only go to DFW Fiber Fest, not buy that much at DFW Fiber Fest, and that's it. September is stash timber, like, yeah. So all right, if I go to DFW Fiber Fest, the plan is to not buy yarn, but I'm allowed to buy fiber. And show specific colorways. Like if it was only dyed for Fiber Fest, I'm allowed to pick that up. And you know, notions. That's the plan. I don't have a lot of money I can play with right now anyway, because I'm trying to pay off my credit card again, because I went a little crazy with the Seattle trip. So I got to pay all that back to my credit card. So I don't want to go all out at DFW Fiber Fest like I did last year. So that's the plan. Anyway, this is the fiber. This is from I just had the thing. This is from Silly Sheep. Where did I put it that fast? I just had it. Why am I losing everything? Ugh. Did I put it back in here? No. I am so disorganized. Where did I put the thing? I sat down, it was right in front of me. Silly Sheep Designs. This one is Camp Crystal Lake, which I think I showed you guys already. Yeah, I think I did. This is the Lost Boys. And this is Petrichor. So yeah, I think I showed you guys those, but I got some more. Young Frankenstein. And these are the new ones. This one's Season of the Witch. And I couldn't help but buy this one because I love that Donovan song so much. And this one is The Crow. I had to. Now I might, I might combine a couple of these. So I'm not sure how much fiber there really is. It says total weight will vary. I don't know, but some of these look like I can combine them into like a, I don't know, like a fractal gradient or something. I don't know. But I got these to play with. I think with Rolags, I'm going to use my e-spinner. Maybe. I don't know. I'm out of bobbins right now, so I can't really spin anything. I need to ply. And then, get a little close for these. I got some needle stoppers. They're Beetlejuice themed. Well, most of them are Beetlejuice themed. This one, I ordered two, but they sent me one, but it's in my mailbox. I just haven't gone to get it. Frankenstein and the Bride. I love Frankenstein the Bride, but here's my thing. Do you ever notice, like, anything you see with them, they're like together and they're all lovey-dovey, but if you watch the movie, they didn't like each other. We Belong Dead. Okay. And the rest are Beetlejuice themed. And I got singles of these because I'm going to put them together as pairs. Okay. It's like the cartoon versions. Okay. And oh, where's the other one? Oh no, I'm missing one. I'm missing one. All right, and the sandworm. And then I have a tombstone that says never trust the living. And you know, after the week I've had, and because I've wanted one for a while, I really think I'm gonna get that tattooed. Never trust the living. I also have a never trust the living t-shirt, which you guys have probably seen in a video or 3. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get never trust the living, and I think I might get it right here. Oh, did I show you guys this? For if you guys remember my whole wrist issues, it was de Quervain syndrome, and to alleviate the swelling and whatnot of the tendon, I got a corticosteroid shot. Hopefully I said that word right. But upon some research, 1% 1% of African Americans react to that by losing pigment. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I've lost pigment in my wrist. Doctor says it's not permanent, but it may take months, like up to 2 years, for my skin to go back to a normal color. So racist, this is proof. We're all the same color, we just have different amounts of melanin. So yeah, I've lost pigmentation and it's extremely distracting. So I keep wearing like bangles and like stuff around my wrist to cover it up because I keep thinking I have something on my arm, and I keep like, did I rub against some chalk? Like, what's going on? It's my skin has changed colors, and if you look, it's traveling, like it travels along the vein. It's really weird. Anyway, let's look at mail, and then we'll get into the real talk. Oh, another finished object. More hand spun. This is from Arcane something. I'll put it down here. This is Mud Bubble. I just spun this as is. I didn't like try to manage the colors or anything because I just wanted to see what it looked like. I still need to soak it and finish it and set the twist. I keep forgetting to do it. And I had my iPad in here because if you guys remember, I was doing a giveaway and you had to put goldfish to win this self-striping yarn from Mustache Yarns, and the winner never contacted me. So I'm going to draw another name for this. But I don't know where my iPad disappeared to because I brought it in here and now I don't see it. So I will draw another name for this next episode, unless the winner from the announcement video, I believe it was Emmy Phillips, I want to say. If I'm wrong, I'll put it down here, but I think that was the name. Unless you contact me by the time I film my next video, I'm going to draw another name for this. All right, so that's that. All right, mail. LilaStyles. Did I need any more bags? No. She got me on a good nostalgia day, y'all. Bam. Look how awesome that is. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. It doesn't want to stay focused. There it goes. Isn't that awesome? It's like high school reminiscing. Like all the bands I listened to in high school are on here. Except for Blink 182. Like I remember Blink 182, but I didn't like Blink 182. I don't like Kiss. I liked a couple of the popular Beatles songs, but I find the Beatles really repetitive and annoying and everything sounds the same. Come at me if you want to. I am not a Beatles fan. I am a Pink Floyd fan though. And that's on here. Dude, there's so many great bands on here. I never got into Foo Fighters. I think they're good people, but I'm not a fan. Misfits. Oh, yes. Sex Pistols, The Cure, Nirvana, Green Day, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Soundgarden, Bowie. This is awesome. I haven't even looked inside. Oh, it's just red fabric on the inside with a pocket. It's cute. I had to have it. High school nostalgia. And then, I haven't opened this yet. Oh, this is from Dreaming Robots. That's who makes my e-spinner, my Eel 6. I bought, where are my scissors? I can't do it. Oh no, every time. I bought a, I don't want to use my fabric scissors. I'm not going to open it. This is really well taped. I bought a yarn counter to measure yardage on my handspun because I don't want to have to reskein it. Well, I mean, I'm still going to have to reskein it. But I don't want to have to reskein it on the Nitty Knotty a second time to get an accurate yardage after I finish the yarn. I'd rather just, you know, reskein it on the skein winder thing and just... That's what this is for. Okay. And I saw somebody was, to determine how much yarn they used for a project, they actually had their yarn running through the yarn counter as they were knitting, and that gave them a more accurate count of how much yarn they used, which is kind of cool. So there are multiple uses for it. Okay. This is, you guys, all right, Barbenheimer. Remember my rant? All right. Well, one of you guys sent me yarn, or sent me a thing for a dyer that it dyed Barbenheimer yarn, and I was like, you know, I'm not mad at it. This is Barbenheimer yarn from HandMaineKnits. It's self-striping, and I'm not a big fan of pink, but this is cute, man. It's the label. And this is the self-striping yarn. And it comes with 2 minis. And I can put that with the sock sets. And then, open that in a second. It's a surprise to me and you. This is my Lambstrings of the month. I already opened it, but I've already forgotten what it looks like. Oh, ooh, okay, yeah, cool. This is Not Just a Phase, and this is their Utopia DK base. And where's the DK? DK. Perfect. Okay. Oh, here's the other one. Never Trust the Living. I knew I had another one. Okay, I'm gonna drop that again. All right. And then this is from Heathered Yarn Co. And I believe it was a 3-month subscription and they're movie themed. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put it down here what it's called. But it was a 3-month subscription and I didn't get it last year, but I decided to get it this year because I was in a mood. So let's open it. I see orange. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, look away. Gonna show it in 3, 2, 1. I like it. Oh, it's pretty. This is 8515 merino nylon sock, 437 yards. Okay, it's called the Midnight Movie Yarn Cult. I like it. And this one is for May. You know, I actually have never watched May. I've seen the cover. Like, I recognize the cover from the DVD, but I've never actually watched the movie. Maybe I'll watch that today. But yeah, Heathered Yarn Co. And there's stuff. Ooh, Evening in the Garden Herbal, Honeybush, Elderflower, Rose, Lemon, Vanilla Essence. I don't know how I feel about lemon because I've told you guys I don't like lemon in my tea, but if it's already in the blend, I might try this today as well. So maybe I'll drink some tea while I watch this movie. If you were looking away, you can look again. I've put the yarn away. I hope this is a candy bar, but it's probably not. I didn't get any snacks when I went to the grocery store because I'm trying to be good, and now I really want a candy bar. Oh, it's hard to open. Oh, the tape. Oh, it's gonna rip things. Why do I have to be careful? Oh my God, why? Why can't I rip this? Coordination is off today. Oh, what's this? Oh, they're snips. Sweet. They're the good snips. Some snips. Nice. Tammy, thanks so much for joining the Midnight Movie Yarn Cult. Hope you enjoy. Cool. Yeah, see, I recognize the cover. I've just never watched the movie. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'm going to put that with my sock sets. But yeah, it's like 3 months of sock sets. Horror movie themed. Really cool. I wasn't expecting the extras. Don't want to lose that. Because I will, and then I'll cut myself because I'm that girl. Okay. And then all I have left is fiber to open, and we're going to do some real talk. Alright. Paradise Fibers. I've already opened this because I was in a mood and I wanted to see what I could spin. And I just want to show you one of the extras because it's a pin and it also gave me high school vibes, more middle school vibes, but dude, do you guys remember these? And do you remember trying to like push more than one color down at the same time? I think they eventually created a pin where you could push more than one color down at the same time, but dude, this made me so happy and it's so stupid because it's so dumb, but I love these. And the fiber, and I left the card in the other room. I don't remember what any of it is. I think it's mostly plain fibers. Yeah, like it's just plain fiber. I want to say there were colors. I don't remember. Plain fiber. I don't remember what these fibers are. I really don't. It's kind of pointless to show it to you because I don't remember what they are. This is plain fiber. Worst podcaster ever. I thought there was one of those color. All right, this one has color in it. There. I don't remember what anything is. It's fine. It's fine. Do I care? There's a card somewhere that tells me what the things are. It's fine. It's all fun. Don't have the brain space for it. Plus, all this stuff is just going to go in this other bin I have created when I reorganized of yarn for blending. Done. And lastly, I got my spinning box. And the tape says State Fair, so I guess it's State Fair themed. I opened it because I knew I wouldn't have scissors, but I haven't looked. The state fair with the largest percentage of attendance of the state's population is the Arizona Navajo Nation State Fair. The state fair with the least percentage of attendance for the state's population is the Pennsylvania Reading State Fair. I wonder why. That ribbon reminds me of PBR. I'm from Richmond. It's a thing. Love our PBR. Oh my God, no. Who wants yellow? Who wants yellow? Oh, it's so yellow. This is fresh squeezed lemonade. 23 micron merino glitter blend. Honestly, it's not a bad shade of yellow, but I know I will never use this. It's pretty though, if you like yellow. I'll never use it. Postcard! Yeah! Here's the postcard. If y'all are new and didn't watch the last episode, the last time I opened a spinning box, I have a thing. I love these postcards, and I was very upset that there wasn't a postcard in the box. And I said it like 5 billion times. Carded Perindale woolen prep. Perindale. Never heard of Perindale. I have a fiber source book. I haven't read it. Perindale. Soft? It's cotton candy pink. I will never use this. It's soft though. Ooh. I could dye it. I mean, technically I could dye the yellow too. I mean, I could dye any fiber that I'm not really feeling, if I think about it. But if somebody out there is like, oh my God, yellow, yes, then I'd rather be like, here you go, than to over dye it, you know? Yellow, pink. And this one is from the breed study. This is Lonk. Oh, they're cute. I don't know if you guys can see it. Lonk. Cute. From 1740. This sheep is used for meat and wool. 28 to 36 microns. It's not scratchy. It's pretty. Put that in the blending thing. Oh, I should put this with it so I remember what it is. I see fiber I've already spun. Maybe I haven't plied it though, so maybe I'll just add to it. This is Ice Cream and Sprinkles. But I think a lot of sellers have this particular fiber because if y'all recall, I spun this already, but I got mine from one Thursday. So yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much the exact same. So I think I'm just gonna apply this or spin this with that, and then I'll have a whole full skein of it again. Cool. What's this? I don't know what this is. What is this? The orange thingy. She literally says orange thingy. You're my people. The orange thingy is a jar opener. Okay. Oh, because, you know, State Fair, you get the preserves and stuff. Oh, God. You know what I haven't had in ages? My grandma used to make pear preserves. I have never met anyone else that made pear preserves. So, oh, they were so freaking good. She also made, I know, were they called pickled watermelon rinds? So like my grandma's one of those people, like, don't throw your watermelon rinds away, I'll pickle those. Like, what? They were good too. I've not had them since childhood though. I don't know if I would still like them. Blackberry, raspberry, hibiscus, cotton candy lolly. I'm gonna have that later. And sugar-free lemonade. So that's my spinning box. And then there's a homemade fair fry bread recipe, which I'm guessing is like funnel cake batter recipe. I don't know. Very cool. Yellow. You know who I haven't sent a care package to yet? Aquila. Aquila, do you like yellow? Honestly, I haven't sent you a care package because I don't know what you like. You have all the things. I don't know what to send you. I need something to focus on, like a theme. Like, because that's what I do. I find a theme and I collect the things and then I send it. Anyway, I think that's all the things, you guys. Yes, that's everything. So if you were just here for the fibery things and such, that's it. That's all I got. It probably will be a little bit before I post anything else. I think the next video will probably be like finished objects or works in progress or something, because there should not be too many more acquisitions unless they're like subscription stuffs. Oh, actually, yeah, DFW Fiber Fest is next month, so there'll be that. I'm just gonna try real hard. I'm gonna put myself on a budget for that. But yeah, if you're just here for fibery things, that's pretty much it. I'm still trying to figure out the destash bit. But if you're here for talk, let's get into it, shall we? If you've been following my Instagram, you know like I said, my grandpa passed away last year, in May of last year, but I found out a couple days ago because I was looking at an ancestry site trying to see if any, like, you get those, and like if you ever sign up for ancestry.com, even though like you disable your account, you still get notifications when people add to things. Well, I'd gotten one of those and I was trying to see like what that was, because I've been getting messages from people like, hey, I think we're related. I don't respond to all of those, FYI. But I went to look at that and then I was like, why does my grandpa have a deceased date? Like, that's not, who did that? And then I found his obituary and they mentioned me in the obituary, which is fucking funny. Sorry for the language. Because nobody told me. And that hurt, obviously. But it hurt more because that's not the first time my family's done that to me. And when my boss asked me, because he asked what was going on, because I was like, I need a mental health break, I need to sign off. And when I told him everything that was going on, he's like, you know, well, why would they do something like that? I can't believe they did that. And I got to thinking about it, and I think I figured it out. But anyway, like, the reason it hurt even more, like, it's been like over a year, nobody told me, but the reason it hurt more was because when my grandma passed away, they did the same thing. Nobody told me. I got a drunken phone call 2 days after the funeral. No, a day after the funeral. My uncle telling me that, you know, oh, I buried my mom yesterday. And I was like, grandma died? Like, was anybody going to tell me? And at least with him, he's like, I thought somebody had already told you and you just didn't come because it was too much. Because my grandma passed away a little bit less than a year after my mom. And when my mom passed away, I went through a whole super, super depressive phase. Sorry. And I left because everything reminded me of my mom. So I couldn't be in Virginia. Or in Richmond, Virginia. I was still in Virginia, but I couldn't be in Richmond because that's where I grew up and all the things. So I kind of disappeared and like, I was like, I need to get away from everybody right now because I'm in a bad headspace. So I did. And when that happened, I guess my family wrote me off because I left. And So when my grandma passed, no one called me. And then, like I said, my grandpa passed a year ago and nobody called me. So, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. I took a couple days so I wouldn't get all, but yeah, anyway. When my boss was like, why would your family do that? I got to thinking about it. And when my mom found out she had cancer, she didn't want anybody to know. So she made me promise not to tell anybody, and I didn't. Because that's her health. That's what she wanted. So I didn't tell anybody. When she found out that it had spread and she didn't have long to live, she started telling a few people that she had to tell, because my mom was a caregiver for my aunt who'd had a stroke. And so she had to tell my uncle so he could take care of like the power of attorney and all that stuff, and, you know, transfer all that over to him because she was sick. And she didn't tell anybody else until she was in the hospital a few days before she passed. And my family was really mad at me because I didn't tell anybody. Sorry. And I honestly think that's why they didn't tell me about my grandmother or my grandfather, and that's why they don't talk to me. Sorry, buddy. So yeah, sorry. I told you guys it was going to be a downer. Anyway, my family was always really weird with me anyway because I'm different. I like rock and roll. I had a lot of Caucasian friends growing up. I like tattoos and piercings and alternative things, and I'm into horror movies and stuff. So my family was already like weird with me because I was different. But I think the whole thing with my mom broke it. And they just decided it was a good enough reason to write me off. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's in my head. But it's the only thing I can think of. It's the only reason I can think of for why they treat me the way they do. I only talk to 3 people in my family. My cousin, my uncle, and my aunt. And even there, my aunt had a stroke, so she can't really talk to me but so much. But I communicate with her through my cousin, who takes care of her now. My uncle, I haven't spoken to since I left Virginia. I write letters, and I mean, that's partially my fault. I don't like being on the phone. So I do write him letters, and like every time I've moved or anytime my phone number changed, I send a postcard like, here, this is where I am. This is how you can reach me. So they know. Everybody knows, because it's just the way I was raised by my mom, to care about people even though they don't care about me because they're blood. So people have my contact information, so there's no excuse. But you know, for me, this was the last straw. I don't care if you're blood. If you treat me shitty, I'm done. Like, this is too, I shouldn't be made to feel terrible by people that are supposed to be family. And I know, like, people in the world, there's all sorts of issues and like family stuff that's worse than me, but I'm done. I can't. I'm just too much energy wasted on people that aren't worth it. Blood doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I'd like to say friends or family, but I don't really have any close friends anymore either. So just me and the dogs. And that's fine. And I know a lot of you guys have reached out and like, you know, your support and whatnot. And I appreciate it. I do. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just not good at being close to people because it bites me in the ass a lot. And I'm just not, can't handle it anymore, you know? Anyway. That's the family bit. That's why I've been kind of hyper focusing on things that make me happy and like posting random things and whatnot is because I need to focus on other things, because otherwise I'll get into my head and try to figure out why people hate me. And I don't want to put myself in that headspace, because it's not a good place to be. I've been a hermit for too long, but people keep doing things that make me feel like humans just aren't worth my time. No offense to anybody, but I mean, putting yourself out there and caring about people is hard, especially when you keep caring about crappy people. I have bad people radar. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go make lunch and cuddle with my dogs and watch May. Y'all have a good day. I'm sorry for bringing everybody down. I promise to be more way next time. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.